Got breaking news here. This is sports betting case has a decision from the Supreme Court. Third Circuit is reversed. A 7-2 decision for New Jersey and sports betting. So the U.S. Supreme Court rules that federal ban on state-sanctioned sports betting is unconstitutional, decides case in favor of New Jersey. Floodgates now officially open for other states to allow sports betting. Andrew Brandt works for the MMQB, and this is right in his wheelhouse. Break this down for me, Andrew.
Hi, Dan. I sat in that courtroom on December 4th, and it's hard to read tea leaves on any of this, but it did seem like this was going to be a win for New Jersey. The justices were very strident with the league's representative, Paul Clement representing the NFL, NBA, NCAA, et cetera, and seemed to be sympathetic with New Jersey that this is a states' rights issue and the government cannot legislate something like this. So he's turning it over to the states, and it's going to allow New Jersey to immediately open their sports books. Monmouth Park is ready to go, and there are other states lined up for an opinion like this to get it going. And my first reaction, Dan, is I don't know if the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, hockey are happy they lost or sad they lost, because as we've talked for years, there's an inevitability to this, which is now reaching reality.
Well, I also think that they just wanted to know what is their piece of the pie. And I think that you could say, well, we don't want gambling, but if it's coming, we want to make sure we're going to make our money. So how do you think this plays out? Let's say this upcoming NFL season. How do you think that what's this mean?
Well, now definitely New Jersey is going to have sports books and sports gambling and books, like the Nevada-style sports books. That's going to be in the casinos and the racetracks around New Jersey. I think other states will jump in before that. I think in some ways you look at this and you go, oh, my God, this is going to be a free-for-all. What can states do or not do? And I think, like you said, the NFL and NBA, et cetera, probably preferred a legislative result from this, where Congress would make a federal law rather than the court striking down a previous antiquated law to allow gambling to come out. But I think if we're trying to look at the glass and is rosy through rose-colored glasses, I think what we're going to see is that it's going to be legal. It's going to be out there. It's going to be regulated. And, yes, the NFL, the NBA, they're trying to get something called an integrity fee, which to me I roll my eyes because the reason we haven't had gambling is because of integrity. But they're trying to get some take out of this. And now, Dan, the negotiations begin. What can we get? What can we come out of this? It's going to be a rollicking summer between all these leagues, especially the NFL, and the states. And the states may just say, no. Why should we give you money when we can regulate it? And this is going to be an interesting part of this.
So you think could you see where the Giants and Jets play in Jersey? Where can they set something up? Could they have a betting lounge at the Giants Jets facility? Like I'm just trying to figure out, does it have to be at a casino for this to happen, or can you do something? Well, you said Monmouth Park, so that's a racetrack, but
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any limit to where you establish the sports books, but we're getting a lot of other parties involved here. I mean, we got gaming boards, we got state legislators, we got figuring out where this handle is going to go, if there's going to be taxes. I think the bottom line is we now have a regulated activity about to enter the mainstream. And where do the regulators go? One thing is that NFL quietly invested in Sport Radar a couple years ago. They are a gambling integrity unit. They notice, mostly in Europe, when a bet goes crazy so they can get in front of it. Yeah. So I think the concern, back to that word, the mantra, is integrity. Can we control it? And is the fact it's going to be in the light rather than the darkness going to be a good thing for everyone?
Andrew, thank you. I know you'll be following it, and we'll follow up with you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Dan.
That's Andrew Brandt, columnist for the MMQB, The Athletic, and host of Business of Sports. podcast there.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.